Hey guys, welcome back to BachMakers, your favorite show that recaps all things Bachelor Nation. Before we continue with this episode, we're going to ask you very nicely, Michael, please deliver the news.
Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And
In
share.
that order, or reverse the order. It doesn't matter to us. Just do those things. Helps us. Enjoy this episode. We'll see you. We'll see you in the episode. Just keep watching. All right. Bye. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to BachMakers, presented by Good Time Media. I'm Wyatt. That's Michael. The finale of Jen's season is here. I can't believe what we just watched. Truly a never before seen moment and hopefully never seen again because of the cruel and unusual punishment that was endured on that couch. Unbelievable. Mike, takeaways, initial thoughts. How we feeling right now?
I mean, like you said, that I'm at a loss for words. I was kind of speechless. My life got, flipped upside down. That's what it feels like, or at least the past 8 weeks have been flipped upside down. Did not see it coming. That's for sure. So I'll give them that. Every time they say never before seen, I guess that wasn't the part that was never before seen.
Yeah.
It was the whole her deciding to propose, which is kind of crazy how that all transpired too.
Yeah.
Kind of out of the bloom. I was expecting a big climax, and it kind of was just like, "Oh, Jesse, by the way, I'm gonna propose. I'm gonna do that," and it was crazy.
I feel like we can real quick zoom past the first 2 hours and 15 minutes of this finale.
Yeah, I mean, Marcus
Do
came
you have
out
any
there.
do you have any
He was
quotes
from when Marcus was out
from just
there?
like the beginning part of the episode?
From the beginning.
I mean, yeah, Marcus. Let's say this.
Oh,
So you go. We're all over the place today.
I guess from the part that was still in Hawaii with Marcus, she was like, "I'm leaving another conversation with Marcus about the future confused," and I was like, "Yeah, honey."
Yeah.
Like every other one. Like she said it, I was like, I mean, don't know what to tell you.
Oh
Like
my
that's just what's gonna
gosh.
happen.
Here's what I want. I want everyone who's ever commented, including on our posts, saying, "Oh, like Jen's the worst bachelorette. Jen's a crappy lead. She's not a good bachelorette." Apologize. You saw this finale what she had to go through, and then
Oh,
not only what she had to go through with Marcus, because Marcus wasn't emotionally available. Not only what she had to go through with Devin, who proposed, was all in love, and then cut it off basically the next day. It sounds like he was just like, "No, by the way, that was a bit that I was just doing." And then third, what she had to deal with the producers deciding to pull the most unethical, amoral thing I've ever seen on TV. Making her sit down and watch that proposal is going to be one of the more insane things I've ever seen on live television.
mm-hmm. Which is crazy because right before they show it, Jesse asked her, "So, like, do you wanna watch it? Like, should we all watch it together?" And she was just like holding back tears,
Yeah.
saying, "Do I have a choice?"
The answer is
Oh,
no.
I feel
She
so
didn't
bad.
have a choice because the Bachelor franchise is I'm trying to hold back. I'm trying to hold back because without their show, we don't have a show. But my goodness, this is how you destroy a franchise right here. Genuinely. No pun intended there. Look, what are you doing? What are you doing? And I don't know, maybe it's the whole any controversies, any publicity is good publicity,
Yeah.
whatever, because people are gonna be talking about this because it's insane. I don't know. I don't know how you do this. So all I want to say is everyone who's complained about Jen in any direction, in any way, apologize, please. Because you're
Yeah.
seeing now what she had to go through. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Beginning of this episode, we open up. Jesse's there at the little live section. We see our boys front and center: Dylan, Jeremy, Jonathan, and Hakeem. Shout out the boys. It was funny how they positioned Hakeem in between the Mormon wives at the beginning.
Yeah.
Great
Oh,
bit.
that was so good.
It was so good. He was just, and every time they asked somebody, "Hey, how you feeling about tonight?" They were all so concerned. Now I get it.
Mhm.
Even Jen's
They knew.
brother was like, not happy right now. Like, oh, so
Yeah.
this clearly doesn't end well. We see Devin's date or meeting Jen's family. Any takeaways from Jen's family?
I mean, they all had very realistic concerns with both Marcus and Devin, which again is valid. The whole timeline, which is, I guess, kind of a cookie cutter. Everybody every year that is kind of a concern. But I liked how Jen's brother kind of really dug into both of them. Kind of taking that like older brother role to the max. And yeah, I don't think he bought any of their shit
No,
when they were talking. And I
he
guess
saw right
during this
through it.
live finale, you can kind of see how he was like, knew these guys sucked.
Yeah, James was awesome. His name
Yeah,
is James, right?
yeah,
I
James, yeah,
Yeah,
James.
he I really liked him. He seemed cool. It was funny him and Jen matching in the pink right away. That was cool. Brother sister
I,
when
I
during
didn't
Devin's
notice.
date they were both wearing pink.
I didn't.
Um Devin asked for the blessing. He was like, "Nah, not right now." And then he went on his way. This whole time again, it was set up to be a success with her and Devin. Marcus visits the house as well. Marcus, again, you mentioned this to me previous on the show, and you texted it again today. Marcus is Daisy, basically.
Yeah,
He's just not that into you, which is fine. You don't have to be, but just admit it. At least
yeah,
Daisy had the balls to be like, I know it's not me. Like, I know you don't love me and this isn't going to work out. Marcus made Jen do it. He kept
yeah.
saying, I'm not there. I'm not there. I'm not there. I'm not in love. I'm not in love. I'm not in love. You do the breakup part. At least Daisy was like, you know what? I see what this is. I'm going to keep the main thing, and I'm going to get out of here. So,
It's
again, props to Daisy for that.
it's almost like Marcus knew probably 3 4 weeks ago that he wasn't going to be ready by the end of it, and he kind of just casually thought that he was going to be eliminated sooner than he thought. That's why he was kind of vague about never really saying, I'm in love with you. He's kind of just like, oh, I'm getting there. Because he doesn't want to be like, no, I don't love you. No, I don't like, no, I can't see this happening, you know? And then he kind of just wound up being the top two. So shout out Marcus.
Yeah. Oh, another thing, we haven't really touched on it on this show because I assumed they would touch on it here, and then they didn't.
Oh,
All the online allegations about Marcus, the
I'm not
reason
surprised they didn't talk about that.
the
I'm not.
reason nobody clapped, because I was watching my parents, they were like, "Why is no one clapping for Marcus?" Like, because they announced it, like, "Oh, Marcus is here," and no one, everyone was silent. Everyone was like, "Why?" They sounded. I had to be like, you know what? There's some online stuff going on, and then they chose not to address it. But
It's the smart thing not to address it.
is it though? But
This
it's the
is
smart. Is it the smart thing to just show someone the engagement after they broke up?
That's completely different.
I mean,
It's
but
embarrassing and that sucks, but that's completely different.
I'm just saying, like the choices. I production. You had a Tony Snell graphic, 28 minutes, 0 points, 0 rebounds, 0 assists, just non-existent, just doing cardio out there. A
Yeah,
pitiful performance by production.
which is
They didn't protect their lead by any means.
which is crazy because I think they've done good all season. I'll
Yeah.
straight up. I think they've done great. I think the editing was great. Production had some funny bits.
You don't have to say that, Mike. They're not going to invite us to the tell-all.
Well, I know. I'm being honest. They did all right.
Yeah.
They're getting better from where it was charity season.
At least not after this episode. They're not going to invite us to anything.
Yeah, but hey, at least they made this episode memorable
Yeah.
and traumatic for sure. And you didn't know where it was going next.
Say
Like you
traumatic
did
or dramatic? Because I would
both.
argue both. Yeah.
Um,
Unbelievable. One moment early on that I I found some joy out of, which was very few and far between this finale. They cut to Mark, and they had a cool shot where Mark was in the in the front, and you could see Joan in the background. And it was like, but they both of them were in focus. Was like, ooh, what's this alluding to? But in that moment, Kelsey tapped on her dad's shoulder. Was like, hey, Dad, you're on TV. Like you're in the corner. And the camera panned over as Kelsey was whispering that to her dad. And then Kelsey was like, oh, never mind. Like they're showing me now. And it was just a funny moment where she was like, she was trying to warn her dad, hey, you're on TV, by the way, and just ruined the moment. But very funny. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, I liked how they were both in the audience, but that kind of gave me like, there's just no way he wins.
There's no way.
There's
I
no way
wrote
he
that in
ends
my
up.
notes. It
There's
can't
just
be. The
there's
whole
just no way.
promo was him too.
Yeah.
If he wins, everyone's gonna call bullshit.
I'm not gonna be like he's out night one like Matt James's mom. I'm not gonna say that, but there's just no way he goes that far.
See, that's where we're way ahead of ourselves. We're 2 weeks out from our draft,
But
which will be in 2 Mondays. I
I've
might
got
not be able to draft Mark.
I've got an idea for that.
Okay.
I'll talk to you
At
after.
the end. At the end,
Yeah.
we can talk draft stuff. Future for Jones season. The other moment, not a quote of the week, but I think moment of the season, maybe small cutaway when Jeremy, our boy, gets name dropped in the middle of this yelling fest between Jenn and Devin. And then she says, I'm laughing because it's funny, but it's still traumatic because I just want to give Jenn a hug right now. But she goes, you were out there clubbing with Jeremy, and it cuts to Jeremy.
He almost was laughing. He almost was laughing. He was holding back a laugh.
So
He
bad.
was holding back a laugh.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was honestly like the meme you posted on your story, and then I also sent a meme of the who's that 50 Cent saying, "What do you say fuck me for?"
Yeah, what do you say fuck me for?
But it's also like the son of a boy dad.
Yeah, it's like, wait,
Like, did I just get drafted?
is that me? Gosh.
Yeah.
Or Jeremy just
All right.
catching strays. Maria gets mentioned. We're ahead of ourselves now, but she just name drops that Devin follows Maria.
She got mentioned twice, pretty quick back to back, about the same thing, but like,
Yeah,
real estate there.
yeah, just something to think about. All right,
We
is there
can get into
anything?
that later.
Is there anything before Jenn comes out at the live portion that we want to talk about?
Honestly, no.
No,
I
I
knew
don't.
I knew something was up right when Jonathan. They were announcing all the boys in the audience and all the girls that were there too, Jess and Rachel and whatever. And Jonathan was like, "I've heard some rumors about how this ends, and I have to like see it for myself." And then I was like, "Huh, okay, like interesting. Something's up. Something's up."
Can we officially support Jonathan and Jenn?
Yeah, 100%.
Throw our hat in the ring, whatever we have to do as a show to make that happen. I feel like we've done all we can. We said last week, we're like, it's gotta be. It's gotta be.
Jonathan's gonna be on the beach, which means later.
No. Let's nip that. Jenn is so done with this franchise after what they pulled tonight.
Yeah.
She deserves $10 billion if she wants to return. I mean,
she's still in a contract. You know that contract's not up.
You're right.
You know that contract's not up.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So again, Marcus, Devin meet the family. Cool, fun. Marcus freaks out because he's not in love. Never was in love. Jenn breaks up with him.
Yeah, he did say I love you though. He said I love you.
That was a last
in their
ditch
conversation. I don't think it was a last ditch.
It was
but
like
I think
it was like a freak out moment.
It was like a forced. I think it was like a freak out forced moment. His I love you, but I think it still was genuine, honestly.
Yeah.
It seemed genuine. It didn't seem like a Sam M because I love you.
I think
last ditch effort. So
if there weren't, and this is easy for me to say, but if there weren't all the online allegations, which again, we don't know much truth behind any of it. We don't know anything about it. But if that doesn't happen or those don't come out, I think Marcus is fairly set up as a very good guy in
Oh yeah.
the way it all handled and the way he held himself together during the like live portion of it. He handled it well. I think he acknowledged his own shortcomings and that he wasn't there, and it did take Jenn kind of prying it out of him, and he admitted that. He basically said, "Listen, you saw things and like were able to draw things out of me that I didn't even like realize I was doing or I wasn't doing." And I think he, without all that outside stuff, came out as a pretty good guy. But there is the outside noise, which we'll see if anything comes of that. But he goes home. Devin goes, meets our boy, Neil Lane, gets a ring. The applause
course.
he got a huge pop from the audience.
Yeah, I think it's a meme now. It's a meme that's like, gotta get the sponsorship, gotta get the free ring out of it. Shout out.
Well, I mean, he probably just gave it right back.
True.
And then Jenn decides, hey, I'm gonna get on a knee myself, and I'm gonna do the proposing, which we mentioned on the show a couple weeks ago. I don't know who said it first.
What?
Who said that Jenn was gonna get on a knee first? Was that you or me? It might have been. I feel like Lizzie might have mentioned it.
I think Lizzie said that because my prediction was that. No, wait, no. I feel like I said I can't let you propose to me. I want to propose to you. I said that. I for sure said that. That was my prediction. I swear. Wasn't that my prediction?
It might
Because
have been.
you said like
I said
it
that
was,
she's gonna
it was
say,
you to Marcus.
yeah, like you can't.
And
I
I
can't let
think
you propose.
And I think what are the other options? I think I said like, oh, I'm not gonna let you propose to me because I want to propose to you.
Or
Maybe Lizzie
the
did say that.
options. There's three options. Basically, it was I'm not gonna let you propose to me. Let's just date. I'm not gonna let you propose to me because you're
Oh, I
not the
said let's just
one.
date.
You're not the one, or I'm gonna propose to you. I'm pretty sure Lizzie had that prediction right. So shout out Lizzie
Yeah.
for that.
Shout out
Also,
Lizzie.
brief update. Everyone probably should have done this at the beginning of the show. Positive steps have been made for Lizzie. Please continue. Keep her in your prayers. All the support. All the people who've reached out to that actually like genuinely means a ton. And we will keep updating with what we can. But there have been positive updates. We want more positive updates. So thank you everyone for all the love and support. Really appreciate that. And shout out Lizzie for predicting this one correctly.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
crushed it. She nailed it. So yeah, then we get to the juicy part of this finale. Jenn comes out after talking with Marcus, and then they do this weird thing where Jesse looks at the camera and says, "This is where we would show you the proposal, but we're not gonna do that." And the crowd didn't know what was happening, was laughing because Jesse often does this little gimmick where he's dramatic in a funny way. It felt like they were setting up bloopers the
Yeah.
way he was talking about it. And then he said, without talking to Jenn first, we're not going to show you this proposal. Strange. And then it cuts and Jenn updates us and says, basically, Devin broke up with me over the phone. Ended the engagement about a month ago. Is that what she said?
Yeah, about a month ago.
Is
Yeah.
that the timeline? And they haven't really talked or seen each other since. And then Devin comes out. Aye. What a mess.
Yeah.
What an absolute mess. He grew the beard out a little bit. They always look, there's always one thing they do differently when they come out after we have only seen them on TV. So, and then they bickered a little bit.
Yeah, there was a lot. I was trying to like remember stuff about what they were talking about and stuff they were going, but I was just kind of in shock about the whole situation that was going on, so I couldn't really process it. Yeah, but I mean, when it was just Jenn before Devin came out, and she was kind of explaining, I was just like, "Oh shit, she's about to go in on him. She's about to like bring out some stuff." And she brought out a good amount of stuff. I was expecting like he cheated on me or something. I was expecting that, honestly. It seemed that dramatic. I know she kind of explained it as he was a different person off the camera. You know, he didn't reach out as much. Didn't. Which how much time has passed?
Yeah.
I was trying to do that because I was like, they broke up a month ago. That's August, early August, and she got done filming
Probably,
June,
I was gonna say
Ju-
May.
late May. Let's say Memorial Day.
Yeah.
Memorial Day. So that's
But
like so they were only engaged 2 months. And how often did they see each other? I don't know. Something
yeah,
seems
what
it
happened?
seems fishy. It seems fishy. That's all I'm saying. Conspiracy theory hat on. It seems fishy. Something more happened. I don't know who. I don't know why. I don't know how.
I
Is
just
Maddie Smokes
I
involved? I don't
It
know.
could be Maddie Smokes. That's something we haven't thought about. What does this mean for Maddie Smokes' legacy?
Let's go to his Instagram right now. Did he
Oh,
has he been on his has he been on one?
oh
Uh
my gosh. Let's
yeah, but
I want to see if Maddie Smokes has posted anything. What is he posting during this? It's Maddie Rossi. Oh, he has stuff on his Instagram story. Should I follow him? I'll shoot him a follow.
sick.
Oh no, he's just in
Uh,
Europe.
he also follows Maria.
Oh, dude, why is everyone? I hate how this season has been clouded by Maria and Daisy not being paid. And guess whose fault that is?
Nobody.
Production.
Oh, I get production. Yeah,
Let's try that
producers.
one again. Let's try that one again, Mike.
Yeah,
Guess whose fault this is? Production.
Jen's. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just
One
kidding.
more time. Guess whose fault that is? Production.
Production.
The ah. And
Yeah.
you know what? I sit here as I complain. They're either terrible at their job or they're so damn good at their job. Because it
Yeah.
got
I
me
mean,
riled up.
oh
They do
yeah,
the same
yeah.
season over and over again, and they find new ways to get me riled up. And I am riled up now. So I guess in one weird psycho way, they are good at their job.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of just like I said at the very very start, the last 9 weeks or whatever, how long it's been, 10 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
have just felt like a lie to me. It just
Yeah.
literally felt like a lie. And I don't know whether to be offended by that or just like, you know what, just glad it happened. Like it was good memories.
Yeah.
It's about the friends we made along the way, you know.
Yeah.
And I just feel bad for Jen. It was tough to watch near the end when
Yeah.
Jen and Devin were talking, and then obviously about the video, but we can get to that. But it was tough to watch. It was I was just like I feel like it hurt.
Mm-hmm.
It hurt.
Yeah. It felt I felt so bad for Jen. She didn't deserve all that. And again, this whole season was just clouded by stuff that was out of her control. She was set
Yeah.
up to fail by production from the very beginning, from the announcement of her as the Bachelorette. The production did not look after her. They did not take care of her to the very end when they make her watch her proposal. Let's just talk about it now. We've mentioned it multiple times already, so whatever. But I was joking. I think I texted you. I go, what if they make them watch the proposal? Jokingly. Like, obviously, they're not going to do that. And then Jesse says, we're going to watch that love story anyways. After propping up Jen for the way she carried herself and doing all this and say, you know what? We're going to give you one last slap in the face and we're going to make you watch this. One of the most despicable moves I've ever seen.
Yeah, and one, I don't think it was Jesse's fault.
No, not
It's probably
Jesse.
probably out of his control too.
Definitely.
But yeah, that was such a big slap in the face. And like I said earlier, Jesse asked her, and she was like, "Do I have a choice?" And that made me feel like, damn, like that really goes to show the kind of entrapment or imprisonment that the cast, or like not even, well, I guess
Yeah.
the cast too, but the lead is in. Like production kind of,
That was a fourth wall break.
not owns them, but like is in control of and she probably doesn't have the liberty or the right to like be like, no, I do
No.
not want to
Yeah.
watch that right now. Like, no, even though inside she was probably like, Are you fucking kidding me? No, I don't want to watch that right now. I'm on national television and I'm like already been crying since the second I walked out here. Like, no, I don't want to fucking watch that. But they made her watch it.
Yeah. It was a fourth wall
sad.
break. When she said that, that was the
Yeah.
moment all of us were like,
She was
whoa,
crying for help. Yeah.
whoa, she really does not have a say here, which is it's so sad.
Yeah.
Like unbelievably sad. And it was I just can't believe they did that. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I don't what is their thought process there? Like let's put our producer hat on. You have to have a reason to do that rather than just because they know it's going to have a reaction and people are going to
Yeah.
be pissed. What do they think's going to come out of that? Like people are going to say, at least we saw this love story for 2 minutes that we know is fake. Like what is the end goal there?
I think they thought that they have to show it either way. Like, even if they broke up, even if they're still together, I think they thought that the actual engagement is like the ending of the Bachelor or Bachelorette season, and they have to show that on TV. And like they've been talking about the whole season, never before seen. They've been hyping it up the whole I can't propose to you. Feel like they thought that they have to show that clip no matter if they're still engaged, still together. They thought they had to show
That's
it.
it.
So they
Yep.
showed it.
That's 100%.
There's not another explanation.
No, that's 100. You nailed it actually, because since this only happened 1 month ago, they broke up 1 month ago. They've been prepping this season and then announcing it and saying never before seen. Jenn proposes. It's going to be this great moment, and then they found out that they broke up, and they're like, "Fuck, we have to fulfill our promises of saying never before seen. So we still have to show you this, but we need to find a loophole to still show you never before seen, but also address the breakup." That makes way more sense. But then that doesn't answer the reason why you do it after. Show the engagement, like play out the engagement and then bring Devin out and be like, what's happening? Are you guys still together? And Jen's like, no, actually a month ago. That's where I'm still confused.
Okay, that makes sense, because
now I'm back to being confused on why you do it this way.
If they did show it before, let's say before Jenn came out, even, then it's just like everybody's like, "Let's go!" End of the thing. Why is there still an hour and a half left? What the hell? And then they get their heart broken. But then I don't know.
Fine.
Everybody was still just heartbroken anyway.
Yeah.
So.
And now they're just pissed off at the show. I can't comprehend their thought process there. I really can't. I've been trying the last hour since it aired, 35 minutes since it's aired. I don't know. I really don't know what they were going for. I now understand why they had to show it in general, but just show it first and then bring Jenn out and then bring Devin out.
Yeah. And what was even more cruel, not only did she have to watch it, they put her in the bottom left screen watching that. Excuse me? Can you have a little respect for Jenn?
Unbelievable. They put a cry cam. They had a cry cam. They had a literal cry cam in the corner while watching their own engagement. No one, can you imagine the trauma of having to watch your own engagement while feeling like crap and bawling your eyes out? That is trauma.
Straight to therapy. Like, honestly, I feel like Leah from Love Island USA, when she was literally just like, when I get home from this, I need to go straight to therapy. She's gonna have to. Like, that was fucked up.
It makes me mad on behalf of Jenn, because Jenn, a big friend of this program. We love her to death, and we're not gonna have time to do like grade. Oh, sorry, I missed it.
That's fine.
We're not gonna have time to do really grades for this season because we're going straight into Golden Bachelorette. Jenn as a lead, I think this is the most we've seen a lead grow during a season.
Yeah.
Like from start of the season 100%. To end of the season, we saw a girl become a woman on this show. She she really became so self-assured and so confident towards the end of this season. It was like, hell yeah, this is the Jen we knew we had. We saw her completely take ownership of the season, and then they treat her like this.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. But I want to give Jen her flowers because she deserves it. And if you're around Jen right now, give her a hug from the BachMakers. We love you, Jen, and I can't believe they did that. Unbelievable. You don't deserve that, Jen. But thank you for giving us a great season and going about it with integrity. We appreciate that, even though no one else involved with the show did. But I'm gonna stop saying mean things about production because we're gonna get blackballed. But anyways, all right, what else do we need to touch on for this finale? So we do want to do a little bit of a preview for Jones.
Yeah. I mean, I have some like random comments that are in my notes, but I don't really have to say them. Some of them are kind of devil's advocate.
Hey,
kind of
let
things.
them rip. Let them rip. This is the end of Jen's season.
When Jenn and Marcus were out there after the final rose, and Jesse asked Jenn, if Marcus would have told you he loved you sooner, would it have been different? It might have been when it was just her and Jesse. I don't think
No, they were
Marcus
all
was
together. I remember this moment.
Oh. Jenn said no. And I say, cap, Jenn. Sorry about everything you went through tonight. Sorry. It's tough. But cap. If he was saying I love you a couple weeks before, it so would have been different. And I hope a positive different where you'd still be engaged and you'd be happy. Everybody would be happy. But let's be real. You loved him. You loved him. We saw the way you looked at him. We saw that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had to say that. And then she also said when Devin was out there and Jesse, she said, when I love something, um, I I nurture it and I don't throw it away the next day. She said I love you to Marcus, and then kind of ended it a couple days later.
All right,
I know it's a different process.
We're nitpicking now.
And her process is a lot different, and she's got to like choose and make decisions. But I just heard that quote and I was like,
valid.
You loved Marcus.
Well, valid.
So, but it's obviously a lot different than actually getting engaged. So
yeah. All right. Where do we go from here with just this season? So Jenn leaves heartbroken, distraught, single. Sad. That's sad for everybody. Except for maybe one man. And I'm still opening the door. I know we talked about it briefly. He's accepted an invite to paradise, but he was openly hitting on Jenn at the tell-all.
Yeah. Now we know why.
Now we know why. Point for BachMakers. We called that one.
Because tell-all was filmed August 14th,
which is
after they broke up.
Less than a month ago. Boom.
And I'll bet Jonathan knew from Jeremy, who partied with Devin after they broke up.
Facts.
Investigators.
Facts. Come on. Now, how do we make this happen? What do we have to do? I'm not mad if Jonathan doesn't go to paradise because he's dating Jenn. That should be the only exception.
I don't think production would be mad either.
They would love it.
I think they'd be like, holy shit, thank God. Like now Jenn maybe is happier and the people are still, there's a relationship out of that season, that they saved the season, I guess. But I don't know. I mean, he already committed to paradise. Like,
I think they secretly wanted to do a Jonathan, hey, want to give this thing a chance segment, but they saw how distraught Jenn was, rightfully so, and they scrapped that. I think they wanted that moment because they always want the happy ending, and we didn't get it.
Yeah, kind of like
Rachel and Avon did that. Yeah. Tyler, Cameron, and Hannah Brown, they had that moment, even though I think that was off air. Yeah, they always like to leave that door open for happiness, and they just didn't do that because they dropped the ball. But
I
I'm
mean,
rooting for that. I hope somehow, some way it happens.
if they did that after all of it, like let's say maybe it was 3.5 hours, and they did that after Devin left, and it was just Jen and Jesse again, and they brought Jonathan up. If you're Jonathan, how can you? All you can do is hug her and be like, "I'll talk to you in a couple
Yeah,
weeks, honey."
you can't say, "Hey, by the way, I want to go grab dinner."
Like, oh my gosh. They could have cut him in the crowd and been like, "What do you have to say about this?" And Jonathan could have been like, "Love you, Queen." Like, I'm praying for you. I'm hoping. I'm sorry that
Sorry,
this
yeah.
happened to you. So
And then Jeremy's still there. Just again, do you think Jen? I don't think Jen has ill will towards Jeremy. I think he just caught a stray. It was collateral damage. He was just there.
yeah, he was just living in the city he lives in
Yeah.
or whatever, and Devin just probably happened to be in town and text him like, you want to go out?" And Jeremy probably didn't find out that they broke up until they were out.
Yeah.
And now Jeremy's probably like out at the club and he's finding this information out like,
It's like, holy shit.
shit. I wonder if it's gonna come back to me.
Yeah.
And then pop, cut to tonight.
Yeah,
Party with
he's
Jeremy.
just clubbing with Jeremy, or he's clubbing with Devin, finds out this information. He goes, "Oh man, that's crazy." Cut, yeah, a month later. That's
Yeah.
that was again, that was an all-time moment, all-time camera work cutting to Jeremy there. Um, and I think that's a wrap on Jen's season. It's a
Yeah.
weird wrap. We've never really had to deal with this before where there isn't that happy ending at all. There's no even like glimmer of hope at the end of the dark tunnel. We're just here. We wish Jen the best. We hope she moves past this, moves past the crappy dudes, finds a Jonathan, whatever that Jonathan looks like. Medium king, who knows? We'll keep an eye out on that. But we must quickly turn the page because in 15 short days, we will be on the golden paradise, or not, I was going to say golden paradise, on the golden bachelorette train, hopping along on Joan's journey. We already mentioned Mark. That was my only note I wrote down. I said there's no chance in hell he wins, or else it's going to be a riot because that's all they've shown. We haven't met any of the other guys. It's just Mark.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Fair.
Mark is awesome. Hot
Juice it.
grandpa. Great
Yeah.
dude. Seems awesome, but they are milking Mark into this season. And I'm excited. I very much am.
Milking Mark.
Yeah, that didn't sound right as it came out of my mouth. I apologize for that one.
Jonathan wouldn't laugh at that.
Yeah, Jonathan, stone cold. No, nothing. What do we think heading into Joan territory now? How do we flip this page?
I mean, I'm excited. I think it'll be a fun one. I think it'll be fun. I don't know. I'm after this episode. I still don't know what to think. It's going to take me more than 2 weeks to process that.
We have PowerPoints.
Hey,
we have PowerPoints due in 5 days.
Yeah, that's true. But hey, I'm looking forward to researching more dudes, older dudes, and I have an idea about what we should do instead of the draft. Should I just say it now?
Say it now.
So two of options. Because if Lizzie's not going to be participating in the draft, I think we shouldn't do the fantasy league between just us two again.
Okay.
And we should either do we could do like a pick'em, where we do, we have half the cast and just you don't get points, anything. It's just who wins.
Okay.
You just try to pick the winner. Or option 2 is for every single dude, we assign a punishment, and whoever wins, that dude's punishment we have to do.
And so
then
like
we're kind of rooting for the guys with the easier punishments to go farther, because then the guys with the harder punishments we don't want to do. Isn't that kind of genius?
I do like that idea.
It'll be hard to like think of all
And
the things. but I
yeah, we
think-
would have to come up with a lot of punishments. And I think
Yeah.
how we do it is we're like, all right, we have Mark, and then we draw out of a hat. So we assign punishments that way.
Yeah, and we could do that PowerPoint week. To be honest,
We could do that, or another thought that just kind of came to me, we could do a survivor pool.
it's that I've never watched the show.
Has nothing to do with Survivor, but it's like fantasy, like it's a similar fantasy football type thing where
Oh,
you pick
like
one person a week and you can only pick them once during the season to survive, and you see how long we can stay alive.
Oh yeah, like a NFL. People do it for the
Yeah.
NFL and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's an idea. I mean, it's not as fun.
it's
My
true.
idea, because that's kind of just like a hot seat
Yeah.
kind of thing.
The problem with punishments, though, it's hard for us to do too much when it's like we're in separate places. Like it limits our punishment possibilities. Also, I do feel like we should have our team of grandpas. I feel like we got to stick with what we do on this show. We should have a wise men. We should have some Bailey's bruvs. You're just
Oh,
scared. You're scared you
They're
won't
not going to be
repeat.
bros. They're not going to be bros.
I think you're scared you won't
We've
repeat.
got a different name. No, I just if Lizzie can't participate in the draft, I don't want to do it without her.
It's true. Fair. I think.
But we can still do something.
Hmm.
Something like that.
Do we do?
We can talk about it.
Yeah, we'll figure
We can
out
talk
a
about it
way,
off air.
and then we will come
We'll figure it
together
out,
for
Brian.
PowerPoint. So, schedule for us moving forward next Monday or next Tuesday morning. We will have PowerPoints out for the Golden Men, the Golden Grandpas, and they will. So you'll get to meet all of them. This is not the draft. The next Monday will be next Tuesday. We record on Mondays. The next Tuesday will be the draft, or in some variation, whatever we're going to do there. And then a couple days later will be Friday morning, I guess, is when you guys will see it, because the episodes air on Wednesdays, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Thursday morning will be our reaction to episode 1 of The Golden Bachelorette
In 2 weeks. Yeah.
in 2 weeks. So yeah,
Yeah.
we are off to the races. Quick turnaround. We'll be ready for it. Anything else, Mike?
Let's go, Joan.
Let's go, Joan. Looking forward to it.
Go, Joan.
We'll see you guys next week for PowerPoint Day. Looking forward to it. Peace.